On the 1695th day of captivity, the girl experienced her first period. The man was disgusted with her because he thought it was filthy. To wash the blood from her body, the girl begged the man to let her leave the basement and take a shower upstairs. This was the first time in nearly 5 years that she had bathed. The next day, the man's mother found a strand of the girl's long hair on him and thought her son had a girlfriend. Afraid of raising more suspicion, he shaved off all of the girl's hair. Soon Christmas arrived, and the girl's basement was decorated. The man even gave her a gift, a Walkman, and some books. The girl was pleasantly surprised and thanked him. By now, she no longer completely rejected the perverted man who kept her captive. That night, after the man had satisfied his desires, the girl humbly begged him to let her walk in the yard. He agreed. When her feet touched the soft grass and she looked up at the sky, her eyes lit up again. The man suddenly realized that this seemingly obedient girl had never given up her longing for freedom. He immediately shoved her back into the basement and sealed the exit with heavy objects. On the 2029th day of captivity, the girl had become the man's servant. When he saw her in underwear, he ordered her to take it off to satisfy his fetish. He often abused her and never treated her like a human being. To keep her weak, he strictly controlled her food, starving her until she was skin and bones with no strength to resist. The girl tried to kill herself once. She lit toilet paper on an electric stove, hoping the smoke would suffocate her. But at the last moment, her will to survive overcame her despair, and she gave up on suicide. When the man came home, he smelled the burnt air, realized she had tried to die, and beat her brutally. As punishment, he gave her even less food. The girl began recording every act of violence he committed against her. On the 2908th day of captivity, the girl turned 18. The man prepared a cake for her and gave her a special gift, a red dress. It was beautiful, but on her frail body it did not fit well. The man held her and danced to music as if he truly saw her as his wife. Without realizing it, she had been imprisoned for 8 years. On this very day, she was given her chance to escape. The man wanted to sell his car and asked the girl to clean the dust inside. By accident, she noticed the front door was unlocked. Then the man received a call from the buyer. Because the vacuum was so loud, he stepped aside to take the call. It was the perfect chance to escape. The girl ran to the front door and slipped through the gap. She sprinted down the empty street and disappeared around the corner. When the man finished his call, he realized she was gone. The girl reached a nearby house and begged the owner to call the police. Soon the officers arrived. She identified herself, and the police notified her parents and took her to the station. The man, having lost the girl, chose to end his life by throwing himself in front of a train. At the police station, the girl finally reunited with her parents. Looking at her daughter's thin frame, her mother held her tightly in her arms.